going on, guys? So I am in the Atlanta airport right now and flying back home, and I saw this story with TJ Holmes. TJ Holmes is with Good Morning America. He's a very good anchor, a very sharp brother. I talked to TJ. TJ called me once. Oddly enough, Don Lemon gave him my number, and I didn't know Don Lemon had my number because I know for a fact Don Lemon doesn't like me. He spent a lot of time blasting me on the Tom Jordan Morning Show a few years ago. But either way, I really like TJ, and we had a really good conversation, and I think he's incredibly intelligent. But in case you don't know, TJ's in the news right now because he just apparently got taken off the air at Good Morning America for sleeping with this lady. We're going to call her Becky. So TJ and Becky, her name's actually Amy Ronash or something like that. So TJ and Becky got together. Sorry, Amy. Shouldn't call it. That's kind of mean. They got together and I guess did what human beings do. And this happens a lot. Workplace romances are very common. You're spending a lot of time with another person. If you find them attractive, you have a lot of things in common. You're achieving common objectives together. That can create bonds, that then lead to physical intimacy. But one of the things I wish, if TJ and I were friends, we're not friends. We only talked at one time. Is I would tell him what my father told me. When I took my job at Syracuse University, I was, the young hotshot, highest paid black man on the entire campus that I knew of. I didn't know of a single black man that made more money than me. I made more than, most of the white people. Actually, 100% of the assistant professors and the associate professors at Syracuse made less money than me. And I wasn't even an associate professor yet. So that comes with a change in your life in terms of how people deal with you. You get more haters, but you also get more admirers, and you get more opportunities in a certain way. Well, what my father told me before I went into that situation, which was the best advice ever, is he basically said, don't you F nothing on that campus. Don't you F nothing on that campus. You get your stuff off the campus. Don't you F no students. Don't you F no staff members. Don't get to Fing other faculty because you are a black man. And if you, as a black man, when they catch you slipping like that, they're going to take you down. That was what my father shared with me. And I applied that rule. I met some nice people, very nice women. And I'm sure maybe if I had pursued something, things would have happened, but I did not pursue anything on that campus. And years later, there was another young brother that was also on the faculty that joined the same time I did. He didn't follow that rule. He had a student that was about a 24-year-old graduate student, so it wasn't like he was robbing the cradle or nothing. He was maybe 32, then she was 24, and but she was in his class, which is an absolute no-no. So they did the damn thing, had a full-blown relationship. Relationship ended, and about 7 months later, she filed sexual misconduct charges against him. Now I don't know what the misconduct means. I was like, is it a type of assault? Like, what is it? I don't know. All I know is this. Because he was a black man, in my opinion, it was guilty until proven innocent. There wasn't any like, well, let's go talk to him and get his side of the story. No, they don't do that when you're a black man. They just kind of assume that you must be the predator because you live in a country that has for 400 years perceived and miscommunicated and propagandized this idea that the black man is the ultimate predator. Why? Well, because white folks are scared of what we have in our pants. They either want it or they're running from it, or they're competing with it. One of those three things. So, I saw him splashed on TV looking like O.J. Simpson when basically what he did was he slept with a grown-ass woman. So when I saw that happen, it reminded me of a father's wisdom that a lot of us maybe don't have. And part of the reason I like talking online is because I like the idea I can share these messages for maybe young men that don't have that same level of guidance or that same opportunity. My father wasn't there when I, through my life, but I had a stepfather that gave me a lot of wisdom. So ultimately, when I look at TJ Holmes, I kind of wonder if he's going to be perceived to be similar to Ime Udoka with the Boston Celtics. If you recall with Ime Udoka, They had his name everywhere, but they never told the name of the lady he slept with. I didn't understand that because it's not like he assaulted her. This was consensual interaction. I don't understand why all the blame is put on him instead of any of the blame being put on her when they both agreed to get together and sleep with one another. This is the world you live in. This is how things operate, especially when you're working for white folks. That's why I don't work for white folks, because I don't understand all their rules. And I know that they're biased against me as a black man, so I don't want to enter into a game that is rigged for you to win it. So I wish TJ Holmes the best. I don't think he did anything wrong. Now, if you want to judge the morality of infidelity in marriage and all that, you can do that, and that's fine. It is what it is. That's, you know, that happens all the time. People do stuff like that. But I really am curious to see how this plays out for him. I would not be surprised if TJ never returns back on air. And I wonder if at some point America is going to run with a narrative that this innocent white woman was taken advantage of by this predatory black man, because that's the country you live in. Well, anyway, guys, I'm about to get out of here. We have a Black Wall Street masterclass that starts tomorrow. If you want to learn the true history of Black Wall Street, all the things you were never taught in school, we believe in educating our own, and we're doing it. We're actually getting it done. We have a whole school system in the Black Business School that can teach you and your family damn near anything that you want to know. So feel free to go to my website, boycewatkins.com. I put a lot of the links up there. You can go take a look. If you could also hit the thumbs up button on your way out. I'm about to go get on this airplane. Love you. Peace.